Good morning, beautiful people. Lovely spring day today. Quick updates this week. I had some great conversations with friends at school committee candidate in Ward 3, Libby Merrill's fundraiser at the Myrtle. Shout out to Libby. She's a great candidate, great person. Let's see, Wednesday, I testified before the Senate Committee on Labor and Gaming in favor of Senator Famiglietti's bill to reinstate unionized state employees' right to bargain for longevity pay. Sorry, loud car. I'm here to speak in favor of Senate Bill 2501, restoring the right for unionized state employees to bargain for longevity pay increases. After that, I went to East Providence's forum on affordable housing at City Hall. Okay, I had a whole spiel about housing, and then I'm crossing the street, and I realized that I needed to talk about something else. As I was crossing the street, there was so much traffic. It was so difficult, and I realized that I can save the housing spiel for another time, and I will, because it's important. I mean, it's a valuable and valid topic that I'll save it for another time. I want to talk about walkability and non-automobile related transportation. I hate driving more and more every day. I have to drive to get to my office. Now, keep in mind, there's literally nothing about my job that I can't do from home. In fact, for years during the pandemic, I did. I went to the office to train on new functions. I went in if there was a technology equipment issue that needed service, but otherwise I was fine and dandy working from home. Then, because certain lawmakers felt as if public sector employees like myself weren't earning our keep if we did not suffer as much as private sector employees whose managers decided they had to return to in-person work, we had to return to the office as well. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind being in my office. I hate driving to and from my office. It's the worst part of my day. I waste time, I waste money, I waste energy. Well, Jonathan, can't you walk to work? Jonathan, can't you bike to work? Jonathan, can't you take a bus to work? I live in East Providence, I work in Cranston. I can't walk. To bike would mean hours and risking my life. RIPTA would mean several hours and being an hour early or 30 minutes late. So I have to drive. Americans drive, right? We like the open road. It expresses our independence. Now, I can't remember the last time I experienced an open road between gridlock on the Washington Bridge or construction to repair the damage from the wonderfully harsh winters, and drivers toggling between their smartphones and whatever they're always reaching for on the passenger seat floor. What are they always reaching for? What's down there? I don't know. By the time I reach my destination, I need a few minutes to center myself before I can even interact with other people. Then, God forbid, I have to fill my tank. I drive a small, fuel-efficient vehicle, and I gas up at a station next door to a bank so I can apply for a home equity line of credit before I pump. I'm dependent on the road conditions, on traffic. I'm dependent on fuel prices, on other drivers, on the condition of my vehicle. How is this independence? On the other hand, look at a list of the best vacation destination cities in the U.S. And really, they're just walkable cities, or cities with good public transit infrastructure, or both. Hell, go to Disney World. Do you drive yourself down Main Street to Cinderella's castle? I hope you don't, because, you'll be in trouble. I want life in my city to feel like I'm on vacation every day, especially after I have to battle to and from my office in Cranston every day in the world's slowest Formula One race to the bottom. I want my kids to be able to bike around the city without wondering how they are going to get to the bike path. I want them to be able to walk in East Providence without worrying that they're asking to be roadkill. Independence is them not having to ask me for a damn ride everywhere in our own city. And let me be perfectly clear. Just planting stop signs at every place one road meets another is not a plan for safer streets. Now, I have a plan for public transit too, but I'll save it for another time. Y'all may not be ready for it quite yet. My point is that we have a plan for a walkable, bikeable city. And I fear if we don't advocate for it loudly and repeatedly, then it will be overshadowed and forgotten. But if we push hard for the funding we need, we can turn "wouldn't it be nice if" into "isn't this great?" So please check out my website, Jacobs for EP.com. That's Jacobs, the number 4, EP.com. I will be having an event. It is tentatively scheduled for June 10th. That's a Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. The location I'm trying to get is the local, and I'll have more details out as soon as I can solidify that. I've been in communication with the owner of the local. I know he's been traveling, so I'm just trying to get that location locked down for Wednesday, June 10th from 6 to 8 p.m. You're invited. Yes, you. Please come. That's all for today. So have a great rest of your Friday and have a great weekend. Bye.